Bob.
Good afternoon.
I knew you were there.
Why, could you hear the monkeys in the trees?
No, you always like to play little
games?
Games. It's a game kind of a day.
I'm having a great day.
It has been a wonderful day.
Today was option expiration for gold and silver. Hold on a second here.
And the market did very well.
Okay. 6. Okay, I got the new prices. June gold. 15.25.70, up $2. July silver, 37.86, up 124. Okay? Now, this is really good yesterday and today because those options are expiring and the commercials try to drive the price of gold and silver down in the 2 or 3 days and during the option expiration day. And they weren't successful in doing that, which means that there were a lot of buyers in the market. It's especially important with silver, 37.86, which is the active month, July. And gold moved a little higher, up $2. And we still got 50 minutes to go on those contracts. And then we go to the access market. But anyway, it was a very good day. The market was up a bit, 38 points. But that's more often than not the U.S. government. And gold did pretty good overnight as well. I started picking it up this morning at around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. It was up 340, 450, in that range until we went to 630 on the opening. Actually, in the opening, it was up 450, and silver was up 123. So there's plenty of buying going on in Asia. And they're not going to stop the Chinese. They're going to dump dollars until they can't. They don't have any more. And they've been doing that for a couple of years, but the significance of them purchasing treasuries now is full bore, because in 5 months they haven't bought any. And they're using treasury sale receipts to buy commodities and gold and silver and companies and drill oil wells in Libya and things like that. So we're seeing a slow jettisoning of the dollar by many countries. Thailand bought gold, and Mexico bought almost 100 tons. And those are significant events. And so I think that we're going to continue to see upward movement in gold and silver and the shares. Shares did well today again. And I think that people who are not in these gold, silver-related markets that have money are going to be very, very unhappy. Because once the market breaks, which will probably happen in the fall, although I don't think it'll go anywhere. It could go down before the fall, but I think it's going to get hit in September and October. And I think real interest rates are going to rise. And when that happens, there'll only be one place to go, commodities and gold and silver. And that's the way it's going to be. And so I think people know what they should do. I just wish that other newsletter writers and commentators had the depth of knowledge to tell people what is really going on, and that they'd be able to try to get people into gold and silver related assets. Most of them are trying to trade people back and forth. As a matter of fact, there is something that really disturbs me, and that is letter writers charging people to buy a stock, like racetrack touts. We've got Stansbury, and these reports I got from subscribers, charging $3,500 for their hot stock and $1,495 for several stocks. And NIA, which is the National Inflation Association, they charge $1,000 for their hot stock, and they're always pushing other stocks. In fact, there's a report out by another commentator which is very critical of them. And then we have John Duty, who charges $500 to give people the hot stock. And that disturbs me as a professional. I mean, we're here to help people. There's enough money that we can make money. And we don't have to do things like that. And so, as far as I'm concerned, any stocks you want, any advice you want, we'll give it to you. Me in that sphere, Melody in the sphere of coins and bullion. And don't be suckers. Don't pay these people for something they don't know anything about. They're just hustlers. And the first two, been around for several years. The Duty's been around for years, and he shouldn't be doing that. In fact, I have an SEC attorney checking right now to see if it's legal for him to do that. I am appalled. So don't buy their garbage. You know what always comes up as a question is the company that they're recommending paying them to do that? And if the company is, have they announced that? That comes under SEC rules and guidelines. And so that's the kind of things that are going on out there. So you got to be very careful. Just like buying coins, I've been doing it since 1960. And almost everybody I ever met was a crook. And incidentally, in the stock brokerage business, 85% of the brokers that I ran into over a period of 52 years were crooks. That's why I do what I do, to give people a shot at making money, and that's why I don't take anything from anybody, and neither does any member of my family.
You know what, Bob? It's the same way with coins. I don't understand it either. The first thing people should do is really shop around. And I suppose if people look long and hard enough, they could probably find somebody that has prices lower than mine. But I'll tell you what, then you have to question the liability of them, their ability to ship, how quick they ship, and, everything else goes into question when you can find prices lower than mine. And, how do they do business? And yet people still go back and they just don't care anymore. And I just don't understand. I mean, it's one thing to support, but it's another to get as much as you can for your dollars and to get the right product for what's suitable for people. And when I see some portfolios of what people own in gold and silver, it just amazes me.